Another set the scalper bros barely want to touch? I could get used to this. I can't even sell these for double MSRP. Why won't Pokemon think of the entrepreneur? Wow, this set is really small. I'll have it mastered by the end of the day. With hashtag spooky season coming up, this is literally the best set to use for projects. I am so excited. Should I sell or should I hold? Well, this will be fun to open for a week until we all go back to Ascended Heroes. I'm being serious. Can we please talk about how good these non-hollows are? The big chase isn't even worth 500 bucks, which means the set's bad, so I don't want it. Oh my god, I just maxed out my 4th credit card for this set. What am I going to tell my body pillow?
Finally, I was able to doom scroll Pokemon TikTok. Like, it's been a minute. I don't know why, but I've been avoiding Pokemon content for a minute, but I'm kind of feeling refreshed. Let's get back into it. But Pitch Black. So we talked about this earlier in the beginning of the year. Whenever Perfect Order came out and they had released, basically we had already kind of seen the cards that we were going to get for Ninja Spinner, and I was pretty vocal about it, saying that overall the Mega Evolution era is kind of like the era that we needed for collecting, in the sense that it's going to go under the radar for a lot of reasons, but one of the bigger reasons is going to be it's that the main sets are extremely small sets. I mean, excluding the Mega Brave base set, Symphonia and Mega Brave, the Mega Evolutions main set, Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia. Phantasmal Flames, really small set. Perfect Order, really small set. Oh, Nil Hill Zero, right? Chaos Rising, Ninja Spinner, really small set. And then Abyss Eye or Pitch Black, really small sets. They were going to be really small sets, and that meant a lot of things. But the biggest thing is we're going to be that, look, the prices on these sets aren't crashing. They're kind of corresponding what they should be for just a really small sets. I mean, I think for the most part we were seeing like booster boxes for the Scarlet and Violet sets kind of coming out at above like what, $300, $400 towards the end, and that was kind of like the norm, but it made sense. You were basically collecting 2 Japanese sets into 1 English set. But now, if it's the Mega Evolution era only that is just basically doing it 1-for-1, I'm down for that. And honestly, if this is the new trend going forward, I'm extremely down for that too. Because look, smaller sets means that the prices by any means should not be high. Like, whenever we're talking about these sets, the prices shouldn't be high. Now, Ascended Heroes, justifiably, yes, it's going to be a very expensive set because there's so much that you need to collect. You know, same thing with the Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia. To complete that set, you have to collect a lot more than you have to do per se Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, or Pitch Black. You have to collect a lot less to kind of match the intensity of those 2 sets. And going forward, like, if this is what it takes to not to ruin, but make the hobby less investable, then I'm all for it, because that means we finally get to collect. I can actually go to the shops a lot more and I'm able to find more of the Mega Evolution era at a cheaper price. But as you guys can see, I have a Pitch Black booster box that I got right here with me, because honestly, I like the set. I like this set more than I do of Chaos Rising, honestly. Yeah, I do. And I do have a Chaos Rising booster box. I wouldn't be opposed to trading that for like a Perfect Order, you know, or something like that. Like getting a little bit more. But, you know, Pitch Black is a good set. I think it's going to be a fantastic set. Overall, it has a lot of things going for it. I do enjoy the chase card. Personally, on Pitch Black, the other cards that I'm like, whenever you start looking at the lineup, we do have a starter, a last evolution starter in Primarina. So let's go ahead and start there. Primarina, it was probably the most least favorite, or whenever we talk about the Sun and Moon trios, Primarina got shafted hard, like really hard, because like, look, Rowlet is a Sun and Moon Pokemon, but he already got a regional variant in Arceus pretty early. because there was a lot of popularity with Rowlet. Who was a fire? Incineroar? The cat? Not Incineroar. What was? Oh man, I hate like talking about Pokemon and all of a sudden I blank out on the names, and like it makes me look like a noob. But I guess for the most part, I guess I am a noob, right? Ese pinche gato that evolves into Incineroar. Now, Incineroar is a very popular Pokemon because not only does it dominate on it's a very strong competitive Pokemon and the Pokemon competitive scene, on the video game competitive scene, very strong with its combination of Intimidate and to substitute itself out. Very, very strong Pokemon, good typing, but on top of that, it also got a guest appearance on Pokemon Smash Bros. Or like a Super Mario Ultimate, that fighting game. You know, it got a physical appearance there. Pokemon knows what they're doing. They don't release Pokemon or they don't push certain Pokemon onto the audience if they don't think that Pokemon is gonna hit, or if that's not part of their main lines. Like if we look at the Super Mario Smash Bros series, whenever we look at the Pokemons that have actually been in there and made guest appearances, we're talking about Mewtwo, right? We're talking about, yeah, it's gonna be Mewtwo, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, but other Pokemon that you guys can use: Greninja, Lucario, and then Incineroar. So after a while, they went with less gimmicky Pokemon and they went with fighting Pokemon in that video game. Incineroar has stood out because of its guest appearance and Super Mario Ultimate, or Smash Brother Ultimates. Bro, what is going on today? Hold on. Oh my god. In Smash Brothers Ultimate, but also it's ended up being a super viable competitive Pokemon in the Pokemon virtual Pokemon battle game, whatever you want to call it, VGC in the video game. Yeah, right, that's what it would be. Yeah, in the VGC. Primarina hasn't gotten that much love. Don't know why. Maybe just because of the political tension that Pokemon might have with the current sexual political climate that the world is experiencing. But Primarina did not take off. But hey, we're finally getting a Primarina card. For us Gen 1ers. Jesus, bro, I'm done. For us Gen 1ers and Pitch Black, we're also getting Goldeen, which is going to be a great addition. Bro, we're going to get Goldeen, which is going to be a great addition for anyone who's doing a full art, illustration, artwork, whatever you want to call it, master Pokemon decks. Who will be think? Like, I didn't think that I would be sitting here in 2026 super excited that we are getting a Goldeen full illustration rare card. It was not part of my bingo card, but I'm actually excited because the art looks solid. And if they're gonna be giving Goldeen an illustration rare, an art rare, then I can expect that at least Seaking down the road will get those, because those are two Pokemon that no one ever talks. That is not my favorite Pokemon. I've jumped back into Pokemon Go. I have not seen a damn Goldeen or Seaking. Probably doesn't help that I'm in a very dry climate, so the biosphere doesn't make sense. But I'm just saying, it's not one of those Pokemon that would ever really come out here in this area. So, you know, not a lot of people are exposed to gold-like fish type Pokemon. Goldeen is one of them, but I'm excited that we're getting a Goldeen card. Like, Goldeen, Seaking is out. We already got a Spheal, a Dugong. We just need a Spheal for the water types. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a Tentacool like down the road. Like, I kind of like, do I like water type Pokemons? I guess I kind of do like water Pokemons. But, we're getting Goldeen, we're getting Morpeko, which is a pretty good looking Pokemon. The art looks fantastic. Armarouge, we're getting an Armarouge card for the Scarlet and Violet era, finally. and it looks great. It's a great looking card. I think, wait, or is this the second card? I think it's my bad. I misspoke. I believe this is the second Armor Rouge card that we've gotten. And Sil Valley, honestly, I like the Sun and Moon representation in Pitch Black. I also like the Gen 1, very aqua type. It almost feels like it, doesn't it? Maybe that's just me, but I like Pitch Black. And look, the fact that we're getting Pitch Black and a lot, like, the market is kind of self-correcting a lot faster than what we anticipated. The prices are going down faster than they did for Chaos Rising, faster. Or actually, I'm not even going to say Perfect Order, because apparently no one else liked Perfect Order outside from me, right? But like Perfect Order, Fade Chaos Rising, it's like, oh no, the Chaos Rising is going to be the set that brings the Pokemon hobby back in full speed. Dud. It's Greninja or bust. And to make it worse, we're getting a Greninja in the 30th set, so that's probably going to be more affordable. I personally like the art on the 30th set, but that's maybe because I'm also a big Chaos Rising hater. For whatever reason, yeah, I'm just like, oh, there's one set that I want to fucking hate this year on the Mega Evolution era. It's gonna be the fucking Greninja set. Apparently that's me. I'll take it, whatever. But we're getting we got Chaos Rising, and then Pitch Black is not that much better. You know, the hobby in a sense is affordable. If you don't think this is affordable, like, look, this is affordable. Like, you should have fun buying and ripping packs, buying the singles. Do I think that you guys should be holding on to this set as an investment? Absolutely not, because this to me looks exactly like the Japanese side. And don't get me wrong, the Japanese side is also extremely investable, but not to the same scale of the English side. And the only reason why I'm saying that is, please, going back to what I said before, is that we understand that right now in the Mega Evolution era, we're getting one Japanese to one English, rather like in the Scarlet and Violet era, where we're getting two Japanese to one English set, right? So I think that doesn't really help it as an investability. And I think, like, personally, like, it doesn't help it as an investability. But if you're a true collector, this should be great times for you to be collecting and going hard on Pitch Black or in the Pokemon hobby before the 30th anniversary. Everyone's running to that. Everyone's waiting, buying, they're doing everything possible to get the 30th anniversary. Good. Let them. I think the 30th anniversary is honestly super printed. It's overly printed, where the things that we're going to be getting, they're not going to be expensive as everyone is. I think the Timmies in the very beginning are going to be overpaying for stuff. But look, let's go into it. Let's go into the second video.
Somebody has gotten their hands on the 30th anniversary products already. It looks like the binder collection. They're already showing off some crazy pulls. You got Daytime Pikachu, the Salamence, the Greninja. It looks like some of the cards are gonna have this gold border. I hope that's not the one that's gonna come on the Magic card, because I don't know if that's gonna fit it too well. I was aiming more for a flat textured look. If it's that one, I don't know if I'll like it as much, but let's see. Who's showing off all of his product, assuming somebody's gonna get in very big trouble for this. But what I am excited for is that the Pikachus are bringing back the firework pattern, guys. We haven't seen it in many years. The last time Pokemon did a firework pattern was on the Legendary Collection Reverse Hollows. And it looks like all 30 Pikachus are gonna be covered in this firework pattern as well. It looks good. It looks really good, actually. Gem packs.
So yeah, someone's already started opening the 30th anniversary stuff, and stuff looks pretty great. But like, the biggest takeaways that I got from that video is the Greninja card looks better than the Chaos Rising. I'm just saying, it looked better. And the Pikachus, honestly, the Pikachus look fantastic for the 30 different Pikachus by 30 different illustrators. And look, I believe also that those cards are gonna be easy to like acquire. Like, people are gonna be pumping the shit out of the artists or the illustrators because that's all they can do. So, you know, we've already talked about this before, but like the Shinji Kanda Pikachu, the Tetsukayama Pikachu, the James Turner, the insert your favorite illustrator Pikachu there, that's the ones that we're going to be seeing TikTok, Instagram, and all these other social media content push, right? Because those are going to be the cards that are going to be heavily manipulated in the 30th anniversary. You got 30 different Pikachus. Trust me, the most expensive Pikachu is going to be the one that can be manipulated the most. By how? By the illustrator. So the Shinji Kanda Pikachu is looking to be the most expensive Pikachu. Maybe the Okachete and maybe the Tetsukayama, but honestly, I think it's really coming down to the Shinji Kanda and the Okachete Pikachu. Those are going to be the most expensive Pikachus in the 30th anniversary. But those cards are going to be so easy to find. Like, honestly, I think a month into the hobby, either you're buying stuff at retail price for the 30th or close to retail price for the 30th, or whenever you're picking those singles, those Pikachu cards are going to be going for less than $3 just because there's going to be so many. Like, and if I were you, I would not buy any of these cards in the very beginning, and not even for grading play. It makes no sense. Look, grading or bulk grading, value break grading is now going to be available to at least September. And whenever it's available, it doesn't mean that no one's going to be submitting any cards to grade. The grading got backed up not because of collectors were grading. Grading has gotten backed up because of all these other wannabe businesses, all of this other companies and big money doing mass grading for mystery packs, right? So that doesn't mean that whenever grading becomes available to the masses, that only collectors are going to be grading. You're going to have the same people having the same business models send masses of graded cards, especially for the 30th anniversary, because everyone believes that this is going to be the last time that the Pokemon hobby is going to be big, because it's supposed to crash after the 30th anniversary. So if you're going to make any money, it's going to be in the first couple days and releases of it. Honestly, if I were you, just sit back and enjoy and wait. Let these fucking Timmies, let these fucking tiny little babies try to collect everything and like hurt themselves. You will be able to get all your get everything later down the road, like half a year. By the end of the year, by the winter, by January, yeah, I think by like January you'll be able to collect most of the 30th anniversary stuff for a fraction of the price. Because just people are just going to be waiting. They're going to try to sell the first cards for as high as possible, and as soon as they start falling, they're just going to plummet, and everyone is going to be screaming, the Pokemon hobby is crashing. We predicted this. It's finally happened. The hobby is dead. When, you know, people are just fucking idiots, honestly. But look, the Pikachus look great. Honestly, the Pikachus look great. And let's go into the last video of today.
Wow, this 30th anniversary set looks super fun and cool. Can't wait to not be able to afford the cards or the boxes to open. Bro, I can't wait to scalp the 30th anniversary set. I'm gonna be so rich. Bro, did you see they're gonna reprint the Pikachu and Zekrom tag team card? I'm gonna sell it for double what it sold for the other day. Some idiot will buy it. Oh my god, the Pikachu and Zekrom card is gonna be reprinted. I don't even like the card, but I need to buy it now. Here, take my money. Oh my god, everything is gonna be even more expensive now. This hobby is so well, looks like I'm gonna be broke soon. Bro, I can't wait for my children's card game investment of 10 years to finally pay off.
Probably true. Every single aspect, that's how every single person, water. That's how like different people in the hobby are going to be taking the news of the 30th anniversary. Everything is going to be so expensive. This is what's going to break the hobby. This is going to make a great investment piece. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Look, 10 years down the road for the 30th anniversary? Absolutely not. It's going to be longer than that. It's going to have to be longer than that. Because everyone who has eyes in Pokemon understand that this could be a fantastic investable set. So you're going to have a humongous amount of people buying and holding to sell down the road. So I think it's going to be actually harder to gain value just because there's going to be so much of it out there. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. And even when people are ripping a large amount, and whenever you're seeing like the crazy population reports through all the grading companies, people are going to start realizing like, holy shit, this set was super printed. But look, that's how some collectors seeing it. That's how my investors seeing it. Honestly, I still believe that the 30th anniversary is gonna be It's gonna be cheap. It's gonna get cheap, or it's gonna be more budget friendlier than people want to believe. I strongly believe that. I think it's just gonna take a couple bad apples to get burned, or just eventually some people are just gonna get tired. They're gonna exit out. You're seeing a lot of people kind of already exit out and selling their portions out there. Look, I think this is a great time to buy. Especially if you're like in the investment sites, like this is a great time to be picking up whatever you guys want. I'm having a blast picking up singles. Check it out singles. So let's bring out my super duper display. We're not bringing out my super duper display. Fucking shit. Don't want to wake up my son. I'm just going to cut it up there because this video is a mess today, and I'm probably still going to upload it. Aside from that, I really do hope that you guys having a fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.